Alright, guys. Another day here. Another video. If my camera phone fall off the stand, it's because I need a new phone. This phone is pregnant. Battery is almost about to explode inside of it. So if it falls off, you know why. So I decided to go in my book and get a little bit more in depth on what I believe and what's been shown to me. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures that I drew and what happened before I drew them. By the way, this is my book. This is also written right here, a testimony of someone's. When I was in Satan's kingdom and I talked to his wife. Another testimony written right here. In Satan's kingdom. I can find a picture. Here it is. Now, had I not seen this, this would probably this is what gives me the faith that I have. This is what the Holy Spirit has shown me. These are the things that the Holy Spirit has shown me. And this is if it wasn't for me seeing this, I probably wouldn't believe the things that were happening, things that I was seeing. And I know I spoke to you guys about how the Holy Spirit sent me visions. And the first vision the Holy Spirit sent me was of a chair. And I mentioned this before, how the Holy Spirit uses people and how the Holy Spirit used the demonic force. In my case, it used the demonic force. So when this man came in, well, actually the Holy Spirit sent me a vision of a chair. And I drew this chair, I drew exactly what I saw. And then 1 week later, this man walks in. But first, let me show you the chair. And you can pause this, do whatever you want to do. But this is the picture that the man sent me, that the Holy Spirit showed me. I've been debating whether I wanted to do this or not, show these pictures or whatever, but this is my copyright, my picture, my drawing. And if you can see, I'll show you exactly the date on the back. This is when it was drawn. Every picture I have is dated. Some of them are not, but it's all around the same time. But this is the picture. This is the picture that I drew, that the Holy Spirit sent me. Now, this guy came in Satan's kingdom. He asked me, have you ever heard or seen the mercy seat? I said, no. This was 1 week after I drew this picture. 1 week after I drew this picture, this man walked in and asked me if I ever seen the mercy seat. And I said, no. Okay. Now, the Holy Spirit sent me another vision. This was the other vision that the Holy Spirit sent me. Now, this one doesn't have a date on it. I'm looking on the back and I don't see a date. They're about closely around the same time, because soon after I drew the chair, the Holy Spirit sent this one to me as well. Maybe a couple weeks. Yeah, maybe about a week after. I would say a week after I drew the chair. This one came. I drew this one next. The Holy Spirit sent me this picture, sent me this vision. So I would imagine, I think this one's 1 week behind. This one, the seat, this chair with emanating light. So the man who asked me about this, I asked him how long has he been holding this information, because, like I said, I wasn't well versed in the Bible, and when the Holy Spirit sent this to me, at that point I hadn't even read or heard about this seat. Okay, so like I said, 1 week after each drawing, someone came in asking me, have I seen this? Have I read this? And they said, no, I haven't seen it, read it, or anything like that. So the one that sent the vision that came to me, and this guy asked me, have I seen the cherubim before? Have I read about the cherubim? I said, no. So he went into a part of the Bible. He read about the cherubim. And I asked him, I said, can you go back to, after 2 hours, I went back to him, I said, can you go back to where you read about the cherubim? And he said, and our conversation was very short. It was basically, he asked me, have I ever heard of the cherubim? He showed it to me, went inside the Bible. He started reading it. And then that was it. And I'm not sure. I think it was a part where, I don't know if it was in Revelations. I don't know where it was, but I know that these beings, they surround the Holy Spirit while the Holy Spirit is on its throne. But I wasn't sure exactly, where it was in the Bible that he showed it to me. But I knew it wasn't exactly where I went, because I'm going to get to this in a minute. This is the one thing I hate about using YouTube, because in your music there's always something interrupting, always. So see, that's a train of thought. Yeah, that was definitely demonic activity there at that point. So the man sent me. So after asking me about the cherubim, I asked him. He showed it to me. I asked him again. I said, I went to him 2 hours later. I said, can you show me where you were reading about that? He says, you're the chosen one. You should be able to find it. So I looked at that. Was like, man, that's kind of harsh. When you first talked to me about it, mind you, this is the only conversation that we had. This is the extent of the conversation when he first walked inside the room, inside the dorm. I mean, This was the first conversation me and this guy ever had. Other than that, we didn't have no conversation. So the Holy Spirit has a way of sending people to you. So here I got two people sending me two different things. So um, I'm going to show you something. Well, first I want to read something to you. Mind you, like I said before, I'm not that good at reading. I am dyslexic, so bear with me. And the cherubim shall stretch their wings. No, and the cherubim shall stretch forth their wings on high, covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another. Towards the mercy seat shall their faces of the cherubim be. And here's where it gets really interesting. And thou shalt put the mercy seat over up on the ark, and in the ark thou shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee, and there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubim. This is where I got, if I didn't see this, I would consider myself insane. Now, none of my pictures are altered. None of them. And like I said in one of my other videos, I challenge anyone who is an expert in doing picture analysis, or artists, or can see when something's been altered or messed with. Challenge anyone. This one picture keeps me sane. This one picture tells me everything is possible. Everything is possible. Everything. If you want to freeze this and take a picture of it or whatever, like I said, this is my clause. This is my what do you call it? What is the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the word. What is the word? This is my copyright. So basically what I'm saying, this is my copyright. Anyone trying to show off this picture and say it's their drawing, it's this, that. No, you could see the back. I showed you the date when it was drawn. You could see it's the original picture. So no one can say, oh, well, I drew that. No, you can't. Because I'm the one that's the holder of it. And I'm the one that it speaks about in this Bible. This is not spoken about for Moses. This is not spoken about for those that were in the temple doing the sacrifices and stuff like that. No, this is not for them. This was not written for them. This was written specifically for me. specifically for me. Specifically. Just the same as this other verse. Just the same as this other verse in Revelations. Not anybody gonna receive these things. Not everybody gonna get them. And whether you receive it, I don't think so. I don't really believe it if someone else can receive it, because I've already received them. And I'm not going to say how, but I've already received them. Because at that point, if I say how, then everyone will be trying to come after me. And here it is. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving, I guess that's supposed to be except he that receiveth. So this stone that they're talking about, I received that stone. The book that's talking about where the angel is on the east, the left foot on earth and the right foot on the sea. It was told by the Spirit, it was told, and this was, I guess this is, who is he? What is his name? I think this is John in Revelation. I'm not sure. I believe this is John in Revelation. But to go and take the book out of the hand of the angel that stands on the east, I received that book. Like I said, it made my stomach bitter to see how the world is and how things are. So I received that. I received that book. Not everyone can receive what's being told. And I want to say this. This was a trick played on the adversaries, to where the adversaries will go after many and not just one. When Yeshua came, everyone went after Yeshua. The adversary went after Yeshua from the day of birth. But when you have a multiple that you're trying to make to believe that it's a multiple that can receive, it's not a multiple that can receive. It's only one that can receive. This is the trick. This is the trick that the Holy Spirit played on the adversary. It's not a multiple that can receive. It's only one that can receive. And that's the lion, or if you want to call him the lamb. That's the only one that can receive. But it made everyone believe, and even the adversary believed, that everyone can receive it. This, in fact, is not true. Now, I said that story about the cherubim and the seat. Believe it or not, this is the seat of mercy. This is the mercy seat, I'm sorry. I'm going to show you something. Now, it speaks about, I will commune with thee from up above the seat of the mercy seat, in between the two cherubim. You look here, it's a wing here and a wing here. Wing here and a wing here. This is the seat. This is the seat. These are the cherubim. I had no idea what I was drawing. I just drew what I saw. Matter of fact, I just put those there. There was not even any, there was emanating light coming from this chair. But these two I just put here because it just came to my subconscious. It was just something I just put there. Not knowing what I was doing. And it said, I will commune with thee from up above. If you look here, there's the eye. There's the eyelid. There's the eyebrow. There's the nose. There's the lips. There's the under chin. That is the being that is speaking up above the cherubim. I didn't put that there. It showed up in the shadows on its own. Like I said, you can get anyone that can come or that can tell if a drawing has been altered. I give anyone the chance to do that. That can prove what I'm saying is wrong or right, or if it's been tampered with. This was written in Exodus, was written about me, not anyone else. This is my proof. This right here is what keeps me sane. Because all the things I've seen, things that I cannot even explain. The Holy Spirit put me, no, not the Holy Spirit didn't do it. These people put me in a tank, which is Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you know what Sodom and Gomorrah is, you know there's all kinds of sexual acts that are happening. And you too, please forgive me, but this will be set for adults only. But all kinds of things are happening. And you can feel the homosexuality in this tank. And to get kicked out of this tank, in order to be removed from this tank, I just put it like this. If I'd have slept in that tank that night, I wouldn't have been the same person. I probably would have lost my mind. Let's just put it like that. In the tank of Sodom and Gomorrah, where the Holy Spirit freed me from that tank. Because to get moved out of that tank, you have to either be doing lewdness behavior, illegal activity, or fighting. And I was doing neither. When I walked in there, I said, I am the vegan. And then a kind of real feminine guy says, if you don't stop, we're going to roll you up out of here. Roll you up out of here means that multitude of people are pummeling you, so to speak. And before I can fall asleep, my name was called to be removed from this tank. And the tank I ran from before, because I heard people plotting and planning. And so I ran out of the tank. I said, I'm not going back in there. So then they took me to this other tank, which was the Sodom and Gomorrah tank. But I knew that Satan was at work. The energy of Satan was at work. because my lawyer tried to come and see me 3 times. The third time was a charm, but the first 2 times, nobody called me because she wanted to do that video chat. So this is how I know Satan was at work. Things were supposed to go down how the dark forces wanted, but it didn't. Like I said, if it wasn't for this picture, I would not be sane. And for the things I've seen in my dreams and the things that I've written down on that day when these things happen. Indeed, I'm talking about high-ranking people. And I'm talking about government people. I would not believe it, but seeing this, seeing the lion show up in my shadows, seeing a Mason ring get cut right off his finger. This is what I didn't say on my last video. The man said he saw a lion, a baby lion. He said the lion keeps swiping at his privates. The lion wasn't swiping at his privates. The lion was swiping at that ring that he had on his finger, which the lion freed him because before he left that room, that ring was cut off his finger by that baby lion, which is the lion that stands next to me every day, the spirit of that lion. That lion freed him from his torment of the Mason coven. You people don't really understand, but our whole world is ran by the Masons. Not only that, the Vatican ran by the Masons. The wealth, the money ran by Masons. The media ran by Masons. The film industry ran by Masons. Everything is ran by the Masons. Even the banking, everything is ran by the Masons. The judicial systems, all of these places are ran by the Masons. Every one of them. You got the Black Panthers. They were good. They were doing things for the people. All of a sudden, when money started getting really high, this and that, things went evil. Things went bad. Anytime it starts out as it's supposed to be good, it comes out bad. It comes out bad. And there's many groups like that's happened way back when, And even they have this plus cross. The Knight Templar, same thing. But they were also protecting Christians and all this other kind of stuff. But then they were hunted down. They were, massacred. Please forgive me, YouTube, but they were taken out. So for that baby lion to swipe this ring and cut this ring off his finger, what does that say to you? It must be something very, very evil. Because the 33 Masons, if you're not up there in the highest, you won't see it. But these lodges around the world, they got their hands in everything. You can't believe that they don't. But they're in the judicial system, trust me. That's why they attend to, instead of having your hands in front of you so you can't throw symbols, when you go in front of the judge, they put your hands behind your back. That's because so you don't throw symbols of masonry. So then the judge or whatever won't see favor. But there are some that are able to do that. They're able to have their hands put in front of them. So I just wanted to come on and show you another thing that kept me sane, that keeps me sane, because this being is not just only right here. This being is all over this picture. This being is all over this picture I drew. And I didn't put them. I didn't put this being there. This being showed up. Like I said, anyone. I'll challenge anyone to come and look at my drawings. And if they're not authentic, then they're not authentic. But they are very authentic. I didn't alter or do anything to this picture. The being showed up, just like the lion showed up in the two with the two light beings. Same thing. 1 week prior, after 1 week, 1 week, 1 week prior, when I drew the picture, a week later, the man walked in. 3 times this has happened. 3 times. I've seen the demonic entities that run in and out. Like I said, the doors swing back and forth. I see one spirit jump from one man to another. 1 week, this man comes in. 3 weeks, another man come in. Exactly the same character. It's doing the exact same thing. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. So the demon jumped from one person to another one and came right back in the room that I was, causing mischief and making a lot of trouble. I've seen it firsthand from my own eyes that demons do exist and demons do roam this earth and demons do jump from person to person. These beings wanted my faith to waver. These beings wanted me to, how should I say it? They wanted me to basically not stand in my power, not stand firm in what I'm here for and what I'm here to do. They didn't want that. They wanted me to turn. They wanted something bad to happen. They wanted, I could see everything happening right in front of my face, right in front of my face. So when I saw this picture and I started seeing things happening with my dreams, and all of a sudden, 5 years later down the line, I see something. Or 3 years later on down the line, I see something. I don't have to say much more. But what I am going to say is thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. This will be the last picture that I will show because I've given way too much information already. And this is a part of my book. Both of those pictures go in my book. And once I'm able to get where I need to get, I will put them in a glass case to where people can flip through it and they can look at the imagery for themselves of this book. They'll be able to look at the imagery. The originals, they will be able to look at the originals in some type of gallery or something, but they will be able to look at the original pictures and they will be able to see my portrait that showed up in 5 of my drawings. They will get to see the lion that showed up in the drawings. They will get to see the voodoo priest that showed up in the drawings twice that I didn't put there. And they will get to see the Holy Spirit that is up above the mercy seat. They will get to see these things. They will even get to see the phoenix that showed up in the picture with the cherubim. They would even get to see that as well, because the phoenix is directly up above in the shadows of this picture of the cherubim. So they will get to see the Nephilim that has shown up in my drawings that I didn't put there. They will get to see an insectoid. They will get to see a reptilian. They will get to see all these beings that have showed up in the shadows of my drawings. And that's about all I'm going to give. I'm not going to give any more information on that book, but I challenge anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. If you can see that if a drawing been altered, come and take a look. But for now, I'm going to end this. I just wanted to do that. Seal my faith for for the public to see and seal that I am the Messiah. I am who they spoke about in Exodus, about the Holy Spirit communing with me, the testimony, which is, this is the testimony that the Holy Spirit has given me. This book that's written is the testimony. So, everyone that is watching, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Have any of this touched you in a way that you cannot explain, pass the message on, push the like button. And I'm gonna just keep watching. I don't know what the Holy Spirit's gonna have me doing next. So, I have a lot of experiences, things that happen. And I mean physical things that's happened, but unexplainable, and things that's happened in the etheric world, and I come to this 3D physical realm. I don't know much more to say about what has been shown and what has been seen. So I don't know how much more I can say, but the one thing that I am doing, that a lot of people are trying to do nowadays, that a lot of people are trying to do nowadays, is blowing that trumpet. Blowing that trumpet. I thank you guys for listening, watching, sharing. Those that are abroad, wherever you may be, thank you. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If it's a night where you are, hopefully you're having a great night, and I hope to see you soon. And I hope to one day meet some of you guys in person, at a event that may be where I am doing a lecture on my book. So, till next time, the Messiah out.